after a long day of traveling, we have finally made it here to the Port Orleans Riverside Hotel, which is one of the moderate resorts here at Disney World. And I'm going to take you in the room now and show you what it looks like. Here we are now inside our room. We are staying in the Alligator Bayou section of the hotel, and we are in a river view room. Not that y'all can see that here at this time. It's nighttime right now when we're checking in. But this is a double room with two beds, two queen beds. This over here is actually a pull-out. So pull this down. And there's this super cute artwork of Lewis and Ray. So they can just kind of be sleeping next to you there. Y'all can feel like you're curling up and looking at the stars. So on the pull-out bed, I thought I would try it for those of y'all who are like, could an adult sleep there? So a little bit about me. I am 5'2". I'm not a very tall person. But when I lie down on it, I fit on it. It's a comfortable bed. Not a very flattering view of me, but anyway, I think if you were a short person, you could sleep on it. So I would say if you're like maybe 5'3" or less. But if you're like a 6 foot tall man, don't expect to sleep on it very comfortably. There's some nice outlets above it too. And this ledge would be great. You could like set your electronics on it to charge overnight. TV. Nice little rustic table. Cute detailing there on the front. I really like that. But that's nice because you could sit there and eat. You could play cards. You could just set your stuff. Nice little kind of a quilted feeling of the curtains. And the light fixtures in here are really cute. I love these little lanterns above the bed. Super cute. The bed's pretty standard. And nightstand. Again, some more outlets and plugins. You have your Hey Disney there. Over here you have a little cooler. And we'll see how cold it actually is. And not too super cold. I don't know if you could turn that up or not. Let's see. Is there a dial on it? I'm not seeing one. So don't expect super cold beverages out of there. But you have an ice bucket. And it's made some nice little cute Mickey towel art for us. Coffee maker and tea, coffee, creamer. Some little pegs you could hang your hats on before you go to the park, or maybe your little bags for the park. In here, there is a nice ironing board, iron, lots of hanging space. And you have a sink area, two sinks, some nice little bath products. You have your hair dryer, some extra toilet paper, towels, this washboard. I guess if you wanted to wash your clothes, you could just sit there and scrub them on that maybe. I don't know. Really get into the spirit of things. I love these magnifying mirrors. Those are so great. I love that Disney hotels have those. Then you have your full-length mirror here going into the bathroom. This kind of tile that looks like wood, but it's actually tile. Some more toiletries. Shower curtain has more. Princess and the Frog has some Ray there for you. And I don't really need to show you the toilet. It's nothing special. But that is the basic layout of the room. So I kind of like it. I'm kind of digging it. So the Port Orleans Riverside is actually a moderate resort here on Disney property. That means it would be comparable to, say, Coronado Springs or Caribbean Beach Resort. It's sort of sprawling, so that is maybe one negative for some people. There are inner bus loops here on property, but it does have more dining options and some other recreational activities more so than, say, a value resort. We're going to check some of those out later in the video. But so far, like I said, I think I'm kind of liking this place. Now I'm about to head to the lobby, and I'm going to meet up with my mom and dad, and we're going to check out some of the stuff in the main building there. Another great dining option at this resort is Boatwright's Dining Hall. Boatwright's features seafood, steak, and I hear some amazing French onion soup. It's open from 5 to 9 p.m. daily. What are you drinking?
Highlight IPA.
And I have a Bahama Mama, and it's really good.
Ooh, yummy, yummy.
Very good. Sarah, sitting in a shop rolling, you sing it. What's she doing?
When Lucy and I were planning this trip, we came across this really useful website called portorleans.org. It's actually by a guy named Andre Willie, and he created this website because he just frequently visited this particular resort, and he and his family really love it. But it has some great maps and a lot of really interesting history on the resort that I highly recommend checking out. From this map, you can see how the resort sort of frames itself around Old Man Island, which is where the pool and playground and the Muddy Rivers Bar all are located. So the way this is laid out, when you pull up to the lobby, you enter that main building, and in that main building, you have, of course, the check-in desks, you have the Medicine Show Arcade, you have the River Roost, which is where Ye-Haa Bob performs. You have the Riverside Mill Food Court and Fulton's General Store. And then from there, you can take this pedestrian bridge over the Sascoola River to Old Man Island. Old Man Island is roughly 3.5 acres of recreational activities. As I said, there is the swimming pool, you have a playground, there's actually a fishing hole, and our favorite, the Muddy Rivers pool bar where you can get a Pina Colada or a Hurricane or a Captain's Mai Tai or a Banana Cabana, whatever your fancy. But the pool area is great. There's lots and lots of loungers. They keep it at a nice 82 degrees all year long, so you never have to worry about cold water. There's a large water slide, and it has this sort of rustic sawmill kind of vibe going on there. But lots of little waterfalls for the kids to play in, and I think it's definitely a nice spot to take a load off after a long day at the park. The Muddy Rivers Pool Bar also has a little area where there's a foosball table and there's some locker rooms just adjacent to it. And then the bar itself also serves smoothies. They serve some light bites like wraps, salads. They have a Mediterranean chickpea kind of salad thing going on. But just a great area when you want to kind of get away from the parks and just kind of relax a little bit. The hours vary here. 11:30, 9:30, probably the most common hours there, but sometimes you might want to check the times during, especially like summer season when it's open maybe a little later, and winter season when it's maybe open not so much. There's a nice playground, as I said, and the fishing hole. I think this is a really cool feature. Most of the other resorts on Disney property do not have a fishing hole. There's a hammock that you can lie on and just read a book if that's what you want to do to escape your family. But I really, really like Old Man Island. It's just a really nice, restful spot. Another fun activity for families is the nightly campfire, which is located behind the Muddy Rivers Pool Bar. The marshmallows and the sticks are provided free of charge. However, there are s'mores kits available for purchase. But if all that still isn't enough for you, you can actually rent bikes and surreys here at this resort. You can take a horse-drawn carriage ride at this resort. Not a fan of the outdoors? Well, did I mention that there's an arcade? Yes, if you are into pinball, like my family is, you can go and have a blast. There are 5 pinball machines, actually, in this arcade, along with driving games, skee ball, basketball, you name it. All in all, my family, we had a great time staying here. We usually stay at the Coronado Springs Resort, but we were really pleasantly surprised by all that the Riverside had to offer. And everyone here was so friendly, so nice, so helpful. The grounds were just gorgeous. The buildings, whether you were staying in Alligator Bayou or Magnolia Bend, were fantastic. They have royal suites here if you have a little princess in your group, or just a granny who likes to pretend she's a princess. So anyway, I can't recommend this resort enough, and I hope you will give it a try too. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and maybe leave a comment below letting me know which recreational activity you think you'd be most likely to take advantage of here at the Riverside. Thanks for watching, y'all. Have a great one.